The mysticism behind Ayurvedic and Siddha herbs is a very interesting topic which is going to revolutionize medicine in the 21st century. Let me see where I can start. A few months ago, Saint Augustia gave me, say, about 200 herbs through a special scripture called Nadi Leaves, and asked me to do research on it and said that it will be useful for mysticism as well as for modern science. I didn't understand anything at that point, uh, but then as I began to meditate on these herbs in a way that Agastya told me that I should do, and I came upon great revelations that are very useful for scientists and mystics as well. Now, recently, as early as yesterday, which was the 17th of May, I was Google searching, and then I came upon what is called the Vinca alkaloids. The Vinca alkaloids are used in cancer treatment, and then also I found that it came from an Indian plant called Nitya Kalyani. Nitya Kalyani means ever or ever auspicious or eternally auspicious. That's one meaning of it. And often a goddess is named after that name, Nitya Kalyani, which means she's a bride, a wedding, and her wedding takes place every day. These are the various meanings possible for Nitya Kalyani. And several tons of Nitya Kalyani leaves are exported to the United States, according to the research of every now and then they come back to India after purification. And the Indian scientists are upset that they don't know the technology to purify the alkaloid. Otherwise, they would get that medicine cheaply. I'm not interested in the commercial aspect per se, but what I'm interested in it is Nitya Kalyani and the uses that Agastya is talking about. And he says that the medicinal aspect of Nitya Kalyani is not that important, although it's a very powerful cancer drug that is used in chemotherapy, and it has helped a lot of people. Otherwise, they would have been dead. But Agastya says that is not the big deal. So the big deal is to find the goddess who is behind it. And this is getting very interesting and also controversial at the same time. There is a goddess behind every herb. Whether it is an Ayurvedic herb or a Siddha herb, or I would extend it to any herb in general. Unless you have the complete blessings of the goddess or the god or an angel that is behind this herb. The herb was, you can now won't be able to understand the secret of the herbs. And also the full benefits that it can give to you, including the medical benefit. So the goddess is very important, number one. Number two, what is important is the radiation that comes from the herb itself, particularly from the roots and flowers. The leaves are also sometimes included. It depends upon the herb. He says these radiations that come from the plant itself is curative. It's very important. And it can go and start the, the healing process. So modern science won't be able to understand these two aspects. One, the goddess, oh my God, what is it? It is leading us to superstition. And then the radiation, somehow it can be studied, but nobody has attempted to study that in a serious way. But for Ayurvedic and Siddha medicines, these are very important concepts. But unfortunately, nobody cares for it because it is not possible to get in touch with the goddess, number one. Number two, if we are going to look at the radiations and stuff like that, you are not going anywhere because you just simply want to manufacture this herb and then sell it for, say, 10 rupees or 20 rupees in India. It's unfortunate even more that the educational institutions don't even care. They don't even care the need to identify the molecule using Western technology as much. So we, at least when you find the molecule, you will be able to, go to the core essence of the herb. So that is not even being pursued in a serious way. That's the problem. But for me, the most important thing is to know, as Agastya says, that even the molecules won't be found if you don't have the grace of the goddess. The goddess has to reveal to you. Because there is a lot of protection, security around the secret behind the earth. And they have to systematically to be discovered. Then only you will be able to discover the molecule. You need the blessings. And that is even more complicated idea. At least for people living in 21st century. There is a reason why Agastya gave these 20-some herbs and gave the goddesses. And I just wanted to go public with it because I'm 100% certain that Agastya gave this to me for some reason. And my rational mind can't fathom it. So I don't want to go into that arena. But I know that it is working because it is through this Nitya Kalyani herb that I'm in possession of that root uh, and then meditating on it. It is because of that that I just was able to go, although it looked like an accident, um, to know about the Vinca alkaloids and then how this alkaloid is useful for chemotherapy. So that's very interesting. I just thought that I will go public with this so that people will know in the future that this is a very important discovery. God bless.